look at that! Oh, look at that! Oh, I love you!
He's absolutely right. The WAAGH needs to be at least 3 times bigger than this. If you've been experiencing uncontrollable urges to crump some gits, it's never been a better time, because the Greenskins have a fine aged cheddar to add to your collection. If you ever heard of the biggest WAAGH endgame scenario, you know that every major orc and goblin subfaction will spawn endless hordes of armies to kill their neighbors and then kill you. But as the player, you have control over when these armies spawn when you start your campaign. You can make them spawn in as early as turn 10 to turn 35, and you have this really cool mechanic called Forced Confederation. So all you need to do is beat their faction leader. Whether they have 300 armies or 5 armies is irrelevant. If you beat their lord in open battle, they become a part of your faction, and all those stacks immediately become subservient to you, which ends up becoming one of the fastest and most efficient ways to blitzkrieg the map and conquer the world. Essentially, you become the endgame raid boss. The even wilder element with this, though, is that the armies you confederate that spawn as part of the event cost 0 upkeep, replenish normally, and can recruit new units into them, meaning you can take a kind of crappy auto-gen army, swap out the lord and the units, and turn your toughest forces into upkeep-free doom stacks. Apparently, this is all intended, according to Craig from Creative Assembly, so at least for now, it's not going anywhere. And if you're looking for a global conquest, world domination type victory, this is going to be one of the best ways to do it. Big thank you to Mercy the Mad and Sir Tarquin for the idea. Now, let's see how it works in practice. We stand on the cusp of world domination. If Grom the Paunch falls here, every army under his command, including all of the no upkeep ones, as part of the biggest WAAGH endgame event, will all become a part of our faction, and we're going to be pretty freaking huge. We're already huge. It's going to just get a lot more crazy, because essentially all of Bretonia and whatever the hell he has over on that side, and the 10, 15, 20 stack, whatever how many stacks he has, will all become a part of the Bloody Hands tribe. Skarsnik's ambush did not work. Looks like we're going to have to face him on the open field, which is scary, because Grom has some pretty ridiculous resistances that will make him very difficult to kill, even with a giant. We have the Skarsnik's Bad Moon banner, so let's plop that on a Gobbo unit here. Probably on the Night Goblin, so I can just have something unbreakable in the front ranks. And if you're wondering why this army is kind of weird, it's because I didn't build it. It is a free upkeep one that spawned as part of the biggest WAAGH when we conquered Skarsnik earlier. Let's get into a battle. Actually, before we do that, take a look at this. So, Pyrrhic victory, right? We're going to lose 2 Orc Boys if we auto-resolve. But if I put the Bad Moon banner down, we lose the entire army. You know, the banner that makes my Goblin unit stronger, gives it more melee attack and unbreakable. What? And now, even if I remove the banner, it will still give me a valiant defeat on auto-resolve. Like, I'll still lose my entire army, even when I take the banner off. Can someone explain that to me? Like, does that make any sense at all? Pretty sure it doesn't, right? What causes that? That is so weird. I would love to know how the arithmetic in the back end works on that front. That is bizarre. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I hate Grom the Paunch with a passion. He is a dirty boy in campaign. He is incredibly hard to kill, and when you get into mid and late game scenarios, he gets even scarier. So we'll show off his stats in a second here if we can. If I can even see him. We're going to move out into the open plain and try to force a fight with the Goblin Wolf Chariots and do a little bit of skirmishing, maybe try to goad him into an early attack. He's level 21, and his resistances are huge. I want to say his ward save is easily over 50% right now. Let's take a look. I have a long history with this dude. He made my life a bit of a nightmare in an Altharion campaign. Missile resist 25%, physical resist 23%, ward save 31%. So yeah, I mean, you can't shoot him. Not really. He regens. He has a 140 charge bonus, and he's one of the only chariots in the game that's actually really good at killing cav and single entities too. For whatever reason, and this is true in multiplayer as well, Grom is a fantastic duelist. Like, you get a full round on him with Dragon Princes, he doesn't really care. He's just gonna kill you. So at least when it comes to very hard battle difficulty, which this is on at the moment, yeah, he's a bit of a problem. And again, my stack is not particularly good. Now, The basic idea with my army is to keep a pretty narrow front line. Kind of defense in depth approach here. Skarsnik, the giant, and Shelob can beat on Grom if I can goad him into an early fight, which is what I'm going to try to do here with the Goblin Wolf Chariots. Fire the squigs, try to get them to rampage, and then maybe get Grom to take the bait and just charge in. If I have all three of my single entities beating down on Grom, he'll die, albeit very slowly. But the issue is my single entities can't stand in that fight with him. They won't have time to stand in and kill him if all the error boys and stuff on the other side are shooting at them. And you guys know giants are pincushions, even Arachnorocks with their high armor will get absolutely torn apart by focused missile fire. So that's where the Cav comes in. The Boar Cav can go around the flank and hopefully put a lot of pressure on them. But it's a big army. It's highly vetted up. Grom honestly does have a stronger army than the one I have right now. So I'm expecting this to be a bit of a torrid affair. And my reinforcing stack is, it's not great. It's just the garrison. So 2 Goblin Archers, a bunch of Gobos, and 2 Orc Boys with a Wolf Rider. So I'm not actually going to... Oh, well, already making micro mistakes here. Easy! We're not going to spend too much time worrying about the reinforcing army, just because I don't think they can even really do that much. A bunch of Gobos and Orc Boys isn't going to help me against Black Orcs and Arachnorocks. Grom is taking the bait, though. This is what we wanted. So, Wolf Chariots can just retreat behind my own battle lines. Oh, the Arachnorocks going up top. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, maybe I'll be able to isolate it up there. Worst comes to worst, at least it's not going to be on the front line fighting this stack. And that's one less thing to worry about. Just let my garrison up there deal with them. Okay, so here comes Grom. I'm not going to bother shooting at him too much. I think with his ward save and missile resist, it's just too many resistances to worry about, and I'll just be shooting into the back of my own single entities anyway. Black Orc, Skarsnik, get the Curse of the Bad Moon down for the extra bonus versus large. Giant is, it might be the MVP for me this battle if I can get him landing some attacks. This is what he's really good at doing. The only thing Giants are good at doing is beating down important single entities. Send some of my cav around. I'm not gonna, I just don't care about this army up top. I don't wanna, there's too much important stuff happening down here. So Arachnorok needs to back up because the focus fire is coming in. And that is definitely the easiest way to lose this battle, right? If those arrow boys get 4 or 5 unimpeded volleys into the giant or queen, I am in very big trouble. Because any damage I do to Grom, he's gonna regen anyway. I'm not gonna be able to just outright kill him. But we are still going to try. Pop Wah. Let's let the Wolf Chariots just tie down this impending aggression. Gotten rid of the squigs. Gonna have to pull the cab back. Orc Boys can fight. Rest of you guys need to pull out. And then, yeah, the Squig Hoppers and the Forest Goblin Spider Riders need to go around. And now we gotta get those archers to stop firing at me. Because this is gonna hurt. Oh, they're shooting at Skarsnik. One of the things AI does super well on this build of Immortal Empires. They're like, oh, your Lord's in range? Oh, your Kugath Plaguefather? Or even Skarsnik apparently on foot. I think I just gotta pull everything out right now. I don't have enough pressure on the back line to keep those archers from firing. Not yet, anyway. So we're gonna have to cede some ground here. And we are gonna get swarmed in the center. We're gonna lose a lot of stuff in this battle, no question about it. That is a lot of Greenskins. Okay, I can maybe think about going back in with the single entities now. With the holy triumvirate of Skarsnik, Giant, and Spider. Cavs around the flank now, which is good. But of course, they're not going to just die instantly to our charges. Frankly, Boar Boy Big Guns are just not a great unit. They do have really high charge. This is Warzag sub-faction, so they do have some nice buffs. But just no melee defense, no armor. Big charge bonus should be helpful here, though. No idea what's happening up there. I'm gonna just like pull my units through. I need to get them down here to help out. I can't seem to find Grom, but I wouldn't be able to kill him right now anyway. Killing a bunch of the archers in the back, that's good. I'm gonna lose this Boar Boy Cav in the front, but I kind of need something to hold back those units so I can keep my archers online, so maybe that's worth. Should have Wah again in a second. Let's beat down these trolls quickly. River trolls need to die. Spite of the bad moon. That bonus for large is going to be huge when we finally duel Grom. Pop WAAGH again. Try to leave our cabin for a little bit longer to make use of it. Ideally, would want to time that with the charge, so that basically as soon as their charge bonus wears off, they're hitting at like 80 melee attack. Yeah, that cav's gonna die. But we held back a bunch of gobos, big guns, and orc boys, so I can't complain too much. It's a worthy sacrifice to keep the archers online for at least a little bit longer, I think. Because our backline would already be swarmed right now if I hadn't done that. So we'll pull the cav out. They're getting beat up. No surprise. But still taking a lot of pressure off of my rear, which is important. Need to be so careful with my single entities though, because they still have archers. And that right now is #1 priority. Before Shelob, the enemy Shelob, before Grom, before all that, I think top priority are those goblin archers that haven't been touched yet. Maybe these black orcs too. Because they're looking really strong in the center. Trolls, hold them back, please. This is fun, kind of like a running battle, retreating back under the face of overwhelming adversity. Where? Cavs coming in from the rear should be able to get a good charge in and finish off those goblin archers pretty quickly anyway. You can tell I'm being pretty conservative with the 3 single entities. I just need to keep them away from archer fire, and I can't kill Grom and in amongst that many black orcs and big guns regardless, so just shoot them to death for the moment. And then once Grom is isolated, then we can send in the big boys. My archers are in big trouble now, though. And Grom's through. How do I kill that freak? There's actually not really a whole lot of point in dueling him at the moment anyway, just because I still can't kill him yet, and that means he's just going to regen all that health. And that's one of the things that makes him so terrifying. When you have high resistances, good dueling, and then you combine that with regen, big issue. Mama's twerking up in that blob. She can't stay there. She needs to run away. Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, I just need to run away. I need to run. Run! All of you leave. Leave this place. Giant's still healthy though. That's really important for me. Picking off these archers in the rear. Man, stuff does not route on very hard. Holy crap. The goblins fighting to the death, basically. What the hell? Okay, we'll try to go in. Don't know that's going to be worth it, but we'll try. Yeah, I don't need to blob up that hard on the black orcs. They are tied down by the goblins. It's actually really good engagement there because black orcs are going to take forever to cut through that many goblins, especially with the formation they're in back there. Basically, if a unit's way stronger than you, don't give it lots of coverage. Don't, like, spread out, because that just means they have more models in base contact. Prevent, like, the smallest possible front, and then those units are going to do a lot less damage to you, because you have way less crappy stuff engaged with them, right? My Ragnarok is really getting beat to hell. I don't even know where their Ragnarok is. I imagine it's still up on top of the hill, but I don't have the bandwidth right now to pay attention to where it is. It's out of the battle for the moment. That's the important thing, I guess. Keep running. Oh. Everything's dying. Skarsnik's right to say running time, because it totally is. We're running this shit like a marathon. Get the hell out of there, baby. Grom's way faster than me, though. That's a big issue, too. That's the other, I guess that's the other element that I haven't really talked about, his mobility. He can get on the targets he needs to. And quickly. Swiftly. Quickly, swiftly. Okay, the back line is pretty much cleared up now. Savage big guns might kill a few more of my cav, but I'm just gonna stay in and kill them. I mean, my cav's in tatters at this point anyway. Goblins are doing way better than I expected them to. They're actually doing a pretty good job for me. Is now the time to duel Grom. Has he bit off more than he can chew? Not quite yet. Need to get a tear round on a few more of those infantry units. Now, thankfully, this is a stack that I need to get rid of anyway. I have no intention of using a bunch of orc boys and gobos in my late game armies, so Grom's doing me a favor here. Taking out the trash. Alright, here we go. The devil wears Prodder. Taste it. Madcap Mushroom to lower melee defense and keep Grom rampaged. Let's go in. Oh god, I hope we can kill him. If he kills my Arachnarok and Giant, this battle's over. Everything's so low. This is actually a really epic campaign battle. This is pretty sweet. Okay, I think the rest of that stuff's about to tear out. That's good. I probably should have had one cav unit come over to reinforce and get a hammer and anvil on the infantry near Grom. That would have probably helped a lot, but didn't do it. Gotta live with that decision. Yeah, I need those big guns dead. Once they're dead, Grom's in big trouble. I'll have Skarsnik deal with the infantry while the Giant beats down on Grom. I can't get my infantry away from the Arachnarok. They're just terror routing. They just couldn't run away. Oh, that's actually a lot of units I just lost there. Trying to get away from that thing, I just couldn't do it. Came down the mountainside, and she's going to be the final raid boss, I think. Unless Grom runs away. I hope. Oh, more humping. Man, Mama Spider is really good at dancing. She's shaking that booty, though. What the mandibles do, though. Oh, Giant's actually doing really good for me right now. Giant is MVP. Okay, Black Horse finally routed. Thanks, sweet baby Gork and Mork. Flee! I can't get away. I need to just go in. Alright. With the Arachnarok, Skarsnik, and the Giant, smacking on Grom. His regen will be for naught. Have the archers shoot in, but they've only got 1 or 2 more volleys, so it's going to be not that useful. Clear out whatever stragglers I can. Don't run away from me, Grom. Just accept your fate. Don't do it. Don't leave. Taste the bonus first large. Resign yourself. Slowly but surely. The Spite of the Bad Moon and Madcap Mushroom combo is huge for me. I would have already lost the Spider and Skarsnik without it, I think. The extra bonus first large is helping me so much there. But even after we kill Grom, if we're able to do that right now, we still got to deal with the Arachnarok. Oh, Grom. This is what I was afraid of. No, we need to kill him. Oh, no. So he's going to get a ton of regen while he runs away, and I have nothing that can catch him. Gonna bring back everything that I can. You know what? I need to just stop chasing him. I can't chase him. I want him to come back. Basically, if I let him rally, then he'll run back into melee with me and we can kill him. And he'll hopefully get less regen that way. He should rally soon. Yeah, okay, good. He rallied. Okay, so now he's gonna come back. I gotta be careful with the Spider. She's getting really low. Give the Giant a little bit of a speed boost. Don't run, Grom. Oh, don't kill Skarsnik either. Ah! I'm like 1 hit from death on Skarsnik too. You get the big fat bodies in there. Block. Okay, I think Grom's dead now, right? That's it? Yes, okay. Okay, Grom's dead. And all 3 of my most important units are still alive. Barely, but they are still alive. Oh man, this is sick. Okay, now we gotta deal with the Spider. Let's get nasty indeed. Hit him with the tricksy traps. Hit him with that cunningly brutal shenanigan stuff that the Greenskins are known for. Goblins flee from the Spider. They can't. No. They're gone. I can't get away. Okay. So, Giant is thankfully in relatively healthy shape. And should do well. Let's do 1 more Prodder. That'll play. Oh, just shatter him outright. Nice. Yeah, I did not want to deal with those Black Orcs. Okay, so Giant will be the first onto the breach. Arachnarok will follow up closely behind. I may have to send Skarsnik into melee here to help, but you gotta be so careful because he's 2 hits from death, minimum. Bonus versus large on giants is pretty good when fighting big, scary monsters. Ragnarok can flank. Giants doing great so far. Leadership on that thing's not holding up well. I'm scared to send Skarsnik in, but I feel like I almost should. Yeah, we probably should. We probably should go on. I think we can. Oh, no, my Ragnarok's getting too far forward. Giant, protect them. My spider has 1 HP. My spider literally has 1 HP. Oh my god. And we routed it. Is it not over? How does my spider have 1 HP? Oh, black orcs are coming and the spider's gonna come back too. Oh my lord, this campaign battle is absolutely bananas. Beat him down, giant. We got it. It's over. Woo! That was a battle and a half. Yeah, well, it didn't lie about it being a Pyrrhic victory on the auto-resolve. Auto-resolving would have probably made it easier. But it would have been a lot less fun. Yeah, I'm glad I played that out. That was awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the campaign map, and you will see how the biggest WAAAGH works in practice after you force confederate a terrifying Greenskins lord, a war boss like Grom the Paunch. By Gork and Mork, my army is in tatters. Who needs them anyway, man? It really wasn't a good stack. It really wasn't. 1 black orc, a bunch of okay-ish cav. The Greenskins cav really is kind of underwhelming, isn't it? Especially on very hard. Take that money. Broken Axe Tribe. I could fight this, but it's not really the point of the video, so I'm not going to. Zombies. I think that'd be a... I wouldn't call that an easy win. They've got some good units there, but if we can auto-resolve it, I'll take it. And I will show you the overview of the campaign map in a second here once the end turn is done. Let's go, baby. Only 109 factions left. It's, I think turn 85 right now? Turn 86? Turn 86. So, Grom the Paunch, War Boss defeated. And look up there. Look how much money we have. We're making 19,000 a turn. We have 170,000 in the bank. When we form Confederation, that will go into the negative because Grom's going to have his own armies, of course. But all the ones that are tied to the biggest WAAAGH will not cost upkeep at all. So campaign victory, I don't think you guys care too much about that. You can see how big the Empire is right now. Greenskins have done a bit of snowballing with this. And our ambush was foiled near Sylvania at Fort Obersteyr. It was irrelevant. We defeated Grom anyway, and now he is a part of our faction. We're in the red now. Minus 16,000 a turn. So there's about a 40,000 gold swing. Because all of Bretonnia is suddenly under command, and look at how many armies we suddenly have access to on this side of the map. Ready to attack Ulthuan, ready to attack Norska, wherever we decide to send them. So take a look at where the upkeep is in the top left of the army. You see some of these like 1100 right there. That's 1200. So these are real armies, right? But Kruger Backslider, for instance, no upkeep. And you can also look on it on the Lords and Heroes thing here too. So anything that costs upkeep, you know, was recruited normally. Anything else is tied to the biggest WAAAGH and the endgame event. So Knobber One Finger, no upkeep at all. You just get a bunch of free stacks, dude. And you could give yourself more stacks because you can turn up the event difficulty even further to 200 or say, whatever you want it to be. So essentially you're turning the endgame event that's supposed to obliterate you into your own personal horde. And it just gives you absolutely insane snowball potential. Turn 86, have half the world conquered. Where's that? The Great Green Prophet has his own stack. Grimgor and some other homies out here. Very soon to turn the Dawizar Stomping Grounds into his own personal killing field. God, I can't wait for Chaos Dwarfs, man. Immortal Empires is really freaking cool, dude. There's a lot of fun stuff like this in the game right now. Again, obviously, plenty of bugs, plenty of issues in its current form, but I have been having a blast with it. Again, thank you to Mercy the Mad and Sir Tarquin for the idea. And you should definitely try this out for yourself, because I think you'll have a blast with it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Any Pride? Signing out for now. Have a good one, guys.